what you did last summer. It was tying into the story. You weren't paying attention.
The bigger issue was, I don't remember what I did last summer.
I know, but I remember.
Well, the Appalachian Pioneer Program will be hosting the Hairston Hoedown 3 event on August 3rd.
You know,
so that means it's the 3rd.
That's right. That means it was so good they had to do it a couple more times after the first
Absolutely.
one. And Austin Shuck is in here to tell us all about it. First of all, good to see you again.
I know, right?
And second of all, what in the world is the Hairston Hoedown number 3?
So there is a gentleman that I work with in recovery for a clinic called DeNova Behavioral Health. His name is Lewis Hairston, and he is essentially like the biggest champion of Appalachia. He's from Floyd County, but he lives here in Lexington. He literally works every day to help make a difference in people's lives. And I started working for him through the business that I work for, and had the opportunity to get to know him really well. And he was like, what are you doing with this Appalachian Pioneer Program? This was our first year, so it was going into year 2. And so we're in year 4, working on year 4 now. And so he has hosted an event for us 3 years in a row in his backyard that has raised like over $17,000. That's gone directly to like music projects, like getting instruments to kids in underprivileged communities, or we did a project here in Lexington with Bedford Band to get 3 iPads to underprivileged, or not underprivileged, but kids with communication barriers in special needs class. We've got to do a lot of stuff for relief for flood and tornado. Luckily, that's not been happening in the last few years. So this year we're going to be more musically focused, and our goal is going to be to start a series of concerts called Hometown Heroes, and it'll be featuring musicians from that hometown, and the goal will be to raise money to get an instrument to underprivileged kids in those communities. So we have some people we're going to be partnering with in the instrument community, people making those, or store owners, and just trying to get instruments to kids that maybe don't get the opportunity, because it's such a culturally rich and important thing to our area, and a huge way of how we've been able to raise the money we've been able to raise.
So I know we're talking about the Hoedown. I know you mentioned something about swimming.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
So this is in my boss's backyard. It's a semi-private event, but if you want more details, let me know. It's donation-based, and so essentially you come and you're going to have a night. We have a chef coming, Greg Spalding of Salt and Vinegar, and then we also have a few bourbon distributors that are partnering with us. So we're gonna have some good cocktails, we're gonna have some good food, and then we're gonna obviously have incredible music from like Aaron Biebelhauser, Leah Blevins, Lacey Blevins, Clark Kissick, Luke Trimble, Lindsay Elam, and then some other surprise guests that'll be there, and it'll be around a pool. So it's a really fun vibe, really cookout-y. We call it a hoedown, but it's a really fun time.
Well, I mean, are you playing hoedown music? I mean, is that what you're playing?
It is definitely culturally relevant music to Appalachia.
All right,
so,
that's what I was looking for.
like Aaron Biebelhauser has been featured in a lot of really cool stuff. He just played at Romp. He's going to be at Big Stomp this upcoming weekend. Leah Blevins literally played at Railbird with Marcus King, so that's pretty incredible. Her and her sister Lacey are both from Elliott County and have helped us a lot, and so we're going to be working with them to do a lot of probably starting the Hometown Heroes series with them in Elliott County and Sandy Hook. But Luke Trimble, absolutely incredible, has a song called Bluegrass. If you've never heard it, absolutely an anthem of what we do here in Kentucky. And then Clark Kissick is really good, and so is Lindsay Elam. Lindsay Elam is probably my favorite musician on earth. She's one of the best songwriters and one of the best voices I've ever heard. So,
excellent. Well, we appreciate you. It sounds like a great lineup.
I know, right?
You can find more information at whatheshuck.com
What'd you
and
just
the
say?
Appalachian Pioneer
just messing.
Program. That's what you want. That's why you went with that.
I know,
remember?
right?
Thank you, buddy, for being here.
thank you all for having me again.